Hello there, moonshiners and distillers. Today gonna make homebrew based on wheat wild yeast for rye, or popularly wild moonshine. I saw on the forums that exactly this moonshine has better taste than moonshine based on simple yeast. At first you must prepare come-through, so the basis of homebrew. For this you need 1 kilo of wheat. If you have summer wheat, you'd better use it. I have only winter wheat. Then 200 grams of sugar and 1 liter of water. For syrup, pour out water. Put sugar. Boil water and simply dissolve sugar. I dissolved sugar and now syrup must simmer down to 20 degrees Celsius. Then I pour it into enamel pan. I washed wheat from the dust. Now pour in wheat with syrup. Syrup must cover wheat to 2 centimeters. Then leave it in the warm place uncovered for about 5 days till beginning of fermenting. After 3 days come through for wheat, vodka has formed and is ready. Then I make syrup. Put 1.3 kilo of sugar into 6 liters of hot water. Let syrup simmer down till about 30 degrees Celsius. Syrup has simmered down, so let's make the mash. Pour out into fermentation tank the come-through and then warm syrup. Well, let's mount the waterlock to our would-be homebrew and let it ferment in the warm place. It's the 4th day of fermentation with wild wheat yeast. It's fermenting slowly and smooth, so it doesn't ferment as volcano like with simple yeast. To the smell it's like a rye beer or Chinese tea fungus, so it's pleasant. So, it's the 2nd week. The wheat is fermenting, but I have some of the finer points. The body of brew became like a jelly. So I bought wheat in other place and made check come through. I leave it and will observe and think what's the problem, wrong wheat or something else. So here we have 2 come through, which I will observe to control the body. Especially the body of the check come through. It's time to distill our home brew. The first brew has gone off, so that means that it keeps to have jelly body with specific smell. I think it's so because of the sort of wheat. The second brew is different to a color and it's better to the taste, like a rye beer. Most probably it's because of the sort of the wheat as well. And it's fermented in for about 11 days. Well, let's distill it. You can pour here some syrup. Action! I'm waiting for the first drops. Here we have our moonshine. I make first distilling very quickly without extracting foreshots and tails. Well, after the first distilling, I've extracted 650 ml of moonshine. I mean raw alcohol. Well, now I measure its ABV. So it's 37%. Now I mix moonshine with water in a ratio of 1:1 and start the second distilling. Let's begin the second distilling on the ash fire with the extraction of foreshots and tails. Here we have first drops. I start extracting of foreshots, oriented by the smell. I've extracted about 50 ml of foreshots, and now I'm extracting hearts, drop by drop on ash fire. Well, after the second distilling, I've got foreshots, maybe even too much, I think, and 260 ml of hearts. So let's check ABV. Well, its ABV is 57. Well, what can I say? The aim of this distilling wasn't to get the quantity, but to know the tastiness of product. And I'll check it out in 2 days. Let's start testing our wild moonshine or wheat vodka. Pour out. By the way, I stretched it till 40% ABV. It's very beautiful, clear, exciting. To the smell, you know, it's like the off-corn, tender smell of off-corn, or like grandma's baked bread brew. Nice smell. Let's drink it. What about taste? It's the second moonshine I make with wild yeast of cereal, and what I'm surprised with is its taste. It's unlike the sugar moonshine. It has its own unique taste. Exactly this sweet moonshine is soft. There's no proper to moonshine savor. Goes well. Well, what can I say about home brew? The corn must be high quality. It must be summer hard wheat for the avoidance of such mistakes like mine. Use fine wheat. Secondly, during the fermenting, you must mix and taste the brew. Don't let it turn sour. Only now I realized why my homebrew became a jelly. And its smell was a bit sour. It's because of my inobservance to the brew. But this one is very nice. So I think I'll prepare some more of such a brew. And the moonshine is very nice. Thanks for watching this video, subscribe for new recipes, thumbs up for Ukrainian vodka, see ya!